All right, guys. Josh, Right Coast Off-Road. Kind of a bittersweet video. This is going to be the last video of our 2022 seater. Right at 5,000 miles. Been an awesome machine. I mean, we've put it through absolute hell. It's been NA, turbo, supercharged. Currently supercharged now. We've broken a lot of stuff on it, and not as much as should have, but it's been an awesome machine. So I'm kind of gonna just go over the whole machine, how we ended up with is what I feel is the ultimate build for East Coast stuff, for the kind of stuff we do, and talk about what's broke, what hasn't broke, what we upgraded, and everything you see here, unless we specifically mention it in the video, you can get from our website, get from us. Shoot us an email, give us a call. We'll take care of you. But we'll just start at the front, just because it's easy, I guess. So 2020 KRX 1000, right at 5,000 miles. We actually ride these things. There's a lot of people that sell you parts and talk about how awesome their stuff is, but they don't ever drive them. Pay attention to your big vendors and see how many miles they have on their machines when they sell them. I guarantee you it's like 1,000 or less. It's pretty sad, but that's the world we live in. But starting up front, we've got performance side-by-side bushings tow hooks. We obviously sell those. The Atlas Pro A-arms, I like the tube better than the boxed, so we run these. When you do run those, we originally put these Ford A-arms on to run 37s. I decided against it because 37 is just too big, guys. You can't get those things spinning. They're too heavy. Right now, the KRX, even supercharged, I still feel like a 35 is enough. So, nonetheless, with the Atlas Pro A-arms, we had to move the winch up here. Got our buddies at JI Fab to build this bumper. Their stuff's top notch as always. Also got their cage. We'll get to that in a second. Factory winch up here, so that clears the A-arms. That axle has actually survived this entire machine's life. We've broken this one several times. It's got a Rhino 2.0 in there now. It's been pretty tough. EBC brake pads, factory fan. I don't believe in the aftermarket fans. I don't like the way that the shroud is on them. It kind of cuts off airflow. I'm sure some people won't like that, but that's life. Our tender springs, hey, guess what? No nitrogen caps. Still got plenty of ride height, and everything's just fine. 5,000 miles, guys. Stop believing these internet fads. Not everybody needs nitrogen. Performance side-by-side bushings, heavy-duty tie rods. They work awesome. Tusk 5+2 wheels, obviously with 35 Zilla stickies on them. I don't think there's a tire out now quite as good as the Zilla sticky. I'm ready for the rock scraper to come out with the new compound that's supposed to be a soft disease. I want to try those, so we'll throw a set of those on our 4-seater. So we're definitely not getting rid of all of our KRXs, just this one for the new project coming. We'll cover that later. No shock braces, no A-arm braces, no nothing. You don't need that crap, guys. Keep up with your torque on your stuff, it's fine. This thing's been end over end, side to side. It's been raced. It's perfectly fine. You don't need all that extra stuff. And that's going to lead me into another thing. Stop putting so much extra crap on your machine. If you keep loading these machines up with all these extra hood bars and fender bars and spare parts and fans and stereos and everything else, if you really care about wheeling, which we do, keep them as light as you possibly can, guys. I mean, the easiest way to explain it is go try to climb a hill with a 50-pound backpack on, and then try to climb the hill with a 10-pound backpack on. I mean, the analogy doesn't get any more clear than that. Keep all the extra weight off your machine. This machine literally is a cage from JI, a rear view mirror, side mirrors, no speakers, no nothing, 6-point harnesses, AJ's shift gate we sell, our shifter we sell, a radio for the longer rods. Half the time we take that out. D steering wheel from Assault Industries with their hub. We sell those just because they're cool. Tablet mount for longer rods. PRP knee pads. No stereo. No fancy lights. No fans. No nothing, guys. If you want to wheel these things hard and you don't want to break them every time you touch them, keep all the extra weight off of them. We don't carry a spare. Nothing. We just keep it, plug kit and prayers, and we keep a spare at the truck, and then we go from there. But anyway, don't want to get too sidetracked. Kind of covered the interior there. 1/2-inch Super ATV skid plate, that's been more than adequate. Reject Fab sliders, they've been pretty decent. Our fuel strainer in here to keep the fuel going in clean. OEM fuel filter we change every time we change the oil or service the machine. RCOR tenders on the back. GGB exhaust, they're awesome. They're not loud, they flow better. They're almost as quiet as stock. Get rid of the cat. They look a lot better and they're a lot lighter. OEM header, jet hot coated with all the rattly heat shields removed. AJ's inner fenders. These will save you a ton of time when cleanup comes around. So even when we did this cut here, where we just took everything off because we were tired of breaking it, and that's nice and floppy now. So if we roll it, it doesn't bend any bars behind it. The LMUTV, I'm trying to zoom in on it, guys. Rods. The rods have been good. The power coat sucks. Obviously on the bottom they're going to get scraped up and beat up. This didn't touch anything, it just decided to come off. And we don't even use a super strong pressure washer, we just use a little electric pressure washer. Performance side-by-side tow hook on the rear. Pro Steel pack out plate. We've got one of these in our 4-seater too, so we can swap our coolers, and very, very, very minimal toolkit between this and the 4-seater. Again, don't put all this crap on your machine, guys. It's just going to cause you issues. We just wired up some little cheap LED lights for tail lights. Our old version of our Moonshine laser whips, they're already on here, they're wired, so they're staying. AJ's intake covers, awesome. They keep your intakes clean. You don't have to worry about overheating your belt or starving your motor for air because your intake covers are covered up. Guys, these flow in from the bottom. Some of the best things you can buy for stock KRX, especially if you got a boosted KRX, do that. It just keeps everything working so much better. Custom stitching there. Looks mint. AJ's flares, I think I said that. The thing everybody wants to know about is the Supercharger. That's it, guys. Freaking awesome kit. Tons of power, no issues tuning it. I mean, we got the kit on like a Wednesday, and I mean that was the first one we've done. We've done a lot since then for customers, but we got the kit on like a Wednesday, and we were doing donuts on it behind the shop by Friday. The kit is super awesome. One tune, no issues. You can see it's fairly simple. It's got its own oil supply there. Trying to zoom in on it. That's our dipstick that we built for these to move your vent up, so you don't have to worry about crossing water with it. As far as engine oil, we only run Rotella T4 1540. Do not put synthetic in these machines. I'm sure there's a million people's cousins, aunts, uncles who have ran full synthetic in their KRX for 100,000 miles, and it's fine, but we work on them every day. Don't put synthetic in these machines. It's harder on the wet clutch. A good old, Kawasaki 1040 non-synthetic, or Rotella T4 1540 non-synthetic, which is what we like and use. It's so much better for the wet clutch, guys. The synthetics are almost too slick, and they're going to cause you to glaze your wet clutch, and you're going to notice it quickly. But back to the Supercharger. I mean, you can't beat it. For the price we sell them now, for like right under 4,100 bucks shipped. Usually they say 8 hours for install. It's about 10 in my opinion. We've done almost double digits worth of them now, and they go right on, man. No issues. They're hard to beat. Performance side-by-side Bushings carrier bearing. You can't really see it there. Rhino drive shaft. That drive shaft's awesome. We haven't broken it yet. We broke 2 stock ones. Haven't broke the Rhino yet. We also sell that. So Rhino axles, Rhino drive shaft. Front diff gear is the rest of the diff is completely stock, except the diff gear. It's a dedicated Motorsports 300M diff gear. We actually never broke the stock one on this one, but we broke it on our 4-seater, so we ended up switching this one out. And in my opinion, the 2020s were made a little different as far as the gear goes, so that's why we didn't have issues with it, but we swapped it anyway. Hadn't had a problem with that. Quick release sway bars. Most of the time they stay hooked up, guys. Just, again, unpopular opinion. Don't care though. I like them hooked up. Other than that, I think that might be it, guys. Like I said, 5,000 miles on this machine. It's done a lot of testing. Currently, it is possibly about to be picked up by its new owner, so it's got stock clutching back in it. We had some clutching in it messing with the Supercharger, so we'll have that released soon. But yeah, guys, that's it. I know we talked about the wheels, 5.2s, don't go 4.3. It puts too much, it puts the center line of the hub too far away from the from the machine. It makes the steering kind of funky. We tried 4.3s. I don't like it. I'd rather be a little bit narrower and have my steering response back, and it just makes the power steering even easier. But other than that, guys, 5,000 miles, 2020. This is a low VIN number machine. It's been awesome. We had to replace the front bushings, obviously. They're always the first to go. Wheel bearings are actually still stock, believe it or not. It has been street legal before. We had 35 terabytes on it and put a lot of highway miles on it, tested weights. But other than that, guys, I mean, I'm sure there's something I missed somewhere, but everything you see on here, aside from the sliders, the cage, and the bumper and sliders, excuse me, bumper and cage, JI Fab, reach out to them, they're awesome. Sliders, Reject Fab, reach out to Sean, he's a cool dude. Other than that, guys, I mean, I feel like this is the ultimate build. I hate to get rid of it, but we got something bigger coming, and we're keeping our 4-seater to wheel as it sits now. But I feel like this is the ultimate East Coast rig. You got plenty of power, plenty of wheel speed. I don't feel like gearing's that big of an issue. The KRX is already notoriously geared really, really low. So when you add more low gear into it for the kind of stuff we do, I think it's kind of dumb. When you're trying to get up these slick obstacles, you need wheel speed, not gearing. And if anybody's ever looked into that, you know, there's a huge difference there. You need to spin the tire fast to get heat in it and to push you up obstacles. You don't need just massive low gearing in these massive tires. You need to spin these tires faster. And on that note, if this thing had stayed naturally aspirated, I would 100% have kept 32s on it, 32 stickies, because we could still get wheel speed with that, climb some pretty ridiculous hills with it, and kind of launch over some obstacles. The only reason we went back to 35s is because the Supercharger was so so good at what it does. And there, like I said, guys, we've had that one on there for 8-9 months now. Not a single issue. Been bulletproof. Everything's been great with it. So yeah, anything you guys need, any comments, leave it below. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with some of the stuff I said, but that's okay. Leave a comment about it. If you near us need any work done, let us know. We do full builds, superchargers, diff work, I mean, whatever you need. If you need any parts, hit us up on Facebook, check out the website, Instagram, TikTok, all the worthless social media. Yeah, check it out, guys. Let me know what you think. Y'all have a good day.